Today on the TMZ Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton and today I'm joined by Nikki Hendry. How are you, Nikki?
I love your intro. It's the cutest thing. You get so excited. Welcome to the TMZ Podcast.
No, like 5 seconds before it, I'm like, oh, okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Welcome. Well, I love having you on the show, Nikki.
Oh, thanks.
You give me energy.
I do?
You do.
You know, it's my aura.
I think it is.
And it's Friday.
It's Friday. That helps.
Yeah.
You're going to get a lot of weekend videos. You're our clips and clearance lady. You're going to get a lot of videos over the weekend because Sundance is on.
Yeah, Sundance is happening. Is there another award show happening this weekend?
I think we're done with award shows for a moment.
minute.
Oh, we're doing Grammys next week.
Oh yeah. Ooh. We got some good videos for you today.
Oh, we do? Absolutely we do. NeNe Leakes says her friend, or is she her friend?
I guess you could maybe call them frenemies.
Her frenemy, Kim Zolciak, is going through a hard time.
Yeah, we've seen.
She's going through a super hard time. Taylor Swift is back in the recording studio writing about what or who, I wonder?
Ooh, wonder.
Snoop Dogg turned down $100 million offer for 5 minutes work.
I can't even wait to get to that story.
I know that you came in this
I came
glowing
in
about that story. But to begin with, Pauly Shore. That's a bit of a member him.
Yeah.
But Pauly Shore is making his Richard Simmons member him.
Yeah.
His Richard Simmons biopic with or without Richard's blessing.
Yeah.
So we caught up with Pauly Shore, who is arriving in Salt Lake City to go to Sundance. He's kind of like walking around with his new trailer. You know, he's got his new trailer for his Richard Simmons, but he hasn't made the movie yet.
Correct.
He just got this teaser. But we see him and we talk to him about how Richard Simmons hasn't given the film his blessing.
Yeah, because Richard Simmons, who's normally a quiet guy, you know, we haven't heard from him. We heard from him like twice in the last, I want to say, 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
And this was one of them. And he said, you know, I didn't give my blessing. I don't have a manager anymore. I don't have a publicist because I want to live my life private. So this movie has nothing to do with me and I never gave my blessing. And so when he landed in Salt Lake City, Utah, of course, the cameras, as you know, are ready to pounce with that question.
Okay, let's listen to it now.
If you know anything about me, I don't come from a vindictive place. I've never came from that. So, you know, I think my whole attitude, I think, is if you build it, he'll come. So I hope that once he sees the short, he sees kind of what we're wanting to do with it, that he'll change his tune. I love him, and I love what he represents, which is why we want to do it.
Is this Pauly's big comeback, this movie, you think?
Well, I think so. You know, my department is the one who, you know, listened to this video yesterday, got it. We got it from Backgrid, the paparazzi agency that we normally work with.
Right.
And at the end of this clip, which we don't play, which you can go to TMZ.com to listen to the full clip, but he says at the end, he was like, you know, this is going to be, you know, you haven't seen me in a while. This is going to be like my, you know, coming back to the moment too. And what better way to do it than, you know, showing Richard Simmons' life. Like he said, he loves him. He's doing this all in good faith. It's not anything that's like malicious on his end. And, you know, how many movies have been made without people's blessings? You know, we've done those stories about estates being mad after someone has passed and they've done, you know, a remake of a film, you know, whether the casting was bad or it was in poor taste. And I just feel like this is very innocent.
Oh, me too. Titanic was made without Titanic's blessing.
Yeah.
Just went down.
Okay.
But yeah, I just think it's an interesting choice that Pauly is doing Richard because they're both kind of gone away from the public eye.
Right.
I mean, Richard is a recluse. He's like
a
hermit. I didn't even know if he was alive or not because you just never hear of him. You never see him. That's the way he likes it. And so when Pauly says, look, I'm going to do this biopic, I can understand someone who's very, very private saying it doesn't have my blessing. But also, he didn't go further than that and say, and I wish it would stop.
Exactly.
Stop the cameras. You know, like he just says it doesn't have my blessing. So he just wants it on the record that.
Right. That he's not involved in any way, shape, or form because he doesn't know how it's going to come out, right? He doesn't know how it's going to be perceived. However, TMZ did a documentary of him, I believe it was last year. And we have this whole new documentary series we keep doing. We're pumping out so many different, you know, documentaries. It's really fun to work on. I also work on those and license all of the stuff for those specials. But when we did this special, Richard Simmons came out and was just like, thanks the fans for like worrying about him or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a huge deal. So I feel like like he may, and Pauly says this too, he touches on it a little bit, like he may be saying that today, but once the movie comes out or whatever and it's received well, maybe he'll change his tune.
That's what Pauly's hoping for.
Yeah.
And I hope for Pauly and Richard that they can, get together on this. And the other kids that, like, when he was a child actor,
Yeah.
Pauly Shore,
Mhm.
and like Brendan Fraser, and who's that other guy who used to be in the
Oh
Casino
my
Man
gosh. Why can't I not think of his
They
name?
both won Oscars anyway.
Yeah.
His old like co-stars have won Oscars like last year. And so everyone's saying, look, it's Pauly's turn. And I hope so
Yeah.
too.
And
He's
he's
a sweet
probably
guy.
a little jealous, He's probably like, when's it gonna be my turn? And that's what he touches on at the end of this clip, where he's like, I hope it's my chance to come back too.
You know who else is at Sundance?
Who?
Malia Ann.
Oh.
You know who Malia Ann is?
Obama?
Yes, she goes
Yeah.
by Malia Ann now.
No way.
Did you see that? They did like a meet the director because she's got a film coming out there.
You know what?
And it says meet Malia Ann.
I love that for her, because in the her dad was the president, and her mom was first lady, and living in those shadows for the rest of your life with the Obama last name, I commend her for doing that and
Yeah.
for going by Malia Ann.
It's pretty nepotizzy that she's got like her own. She's written and directed this film that's now on Sundance. She's 25.
Definitely.
Like, is
I
she a
mean-
savant or is Malia Ann?
I feel like there's a nepo baby.
Yeah,
It's
but
giving
I
nepo
also
baby.
I say that also with saying I'm jealous. Like, good.
No, for
do
sure.
do what you can with what you got.
But there's a little bit of like the smartness where she's going by just Malia Ann, so she can separate herself from getting all that hate.
Yeah,
being
it
a
would get a
nepo
bit
baby.
of. I agree. Okay, on to our next story. NeNe Leakes says frenemy
Mhm.
Kim Zolciak ain't doing so well right now. We caught up with NeNe at LAX and we talked to her about how there was a photo of the two of them like palling around. I think
Yeah.
it was a restaurant or something like
Mhm.
that. And it was surprising that these two were hanging out. But yeah, we asked NeNe what they talked about.
And did you get the idea that, like, yo, there's some chance for reconciliation? How she's doing
Who?
with Kroy?
She and I don't. Oh no.
Oh.
I don't know. I
You
mean,
didn't-
we didn't talk about it. She just said that she was having a hard time. And
Ah, yeah,
other than
yeah.
that, we just kept it positive.
That's right. I mean,
Yeah,
you know
she
what?
looked great.
That's look at. I love that
Yeah, she
uplifting.
did.
I love
she
that.
looked great. She's nice and small, and she looks really good.
Shout out to Jake Munoz,
Oh, my guy.
my brother in arms at
Ah,
LAX.
I love Jake.
Me and Jake are the LAX camera guys.
Yeah,
we
you-
walk around LAX trying to find people, and this is his big interview. So
Shout out Jake.
shout out to Jake. So yeah, I mean, I'm not a housewives like
Yeah, you're not.
person, so I'm not sure. Can you tell me why this is interesting?
Sure. So they were really close in the beginning seasons of
Okay.
Real Housewives. Then they went through this huge falling out, huge. And when you go through something like that with a friend in the spotlight where they were, Real Housewives fans are crazy. You have this sort of like, I don't know. I feel like they've both grown up since they've had those fights, and they've each gone through their own personal stuff. Like I believe NeNe also had gone through a messy divorce. All of the things that have happened in both of their lives. And so when you come together at a restaurant and you see a photo of the two of them who everyone had thought, they're never going to be friends again. They fight all the time. They've said nasty things to each other. You see that alone is a big deal, right? And so Jake is asking these questions to her because he wants to know the tea. He wants to know what was said. Are you guys going to be friends now? Like, what's going on? Like, all the things. And he was smart. He went in it a different way, like saying like, how was the dinner with her? And we kept it positive. That shows that NeNe and Kim are like grow. They've grown from their like immature days where they were
Totally.
attacking people. And it's not hard to see. I mean, we covered every bit of this divorce from the beginning to it's still not over. So we've been covering it, and I'm sure everyone has been seeing all of the crazy stuff that has been happening to Kim in her household with her and Kroy.
It's got to be embarrassing that all
Hell yeah.
the world, but also your friends and your family, they all see exactly what you're going. Imagine if everyone knew exactly what you were going through.
100%.
Just like it's
And so I commend NeNe for not going and wanting more and digging more and doing probably what she would have done previous years.
just slam her.
Which is slam her and constantly question like, oh, so you got the cops called on you again or something like that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I
but
commend
that's
her for
kicking someone while they're down.
100%, but she used to do that. They both did that to each other. So I do think that this clip is important because it shows like we all know Kim's going through a rough time. We know that NeNe saw her. We want to know what was said. And she said she kept it positive. And I think that's the best way you could do it when someone is going through as much stuff as Kim is going through.
Kim just slashed the price of her house, which
I know, poor
she's
thing.
trying to sell this house before the bank seizes
I
it.
know.
And because the bank's just gonna get whatever price they can get low. So Kim's trying to get a little bit more than that, but so far no takers.
Shh, that family.
NeNe should buy NeNe should buy the house off her. Or NeNe should do a new TV show with her. Like help a sister out. You know what I mean?
Brother out, yeah.
Help a sister out. Like she needs money. She needs something,
Like I said, I think they're still frenemies, so I'm not really
Right.
sure if she's gonna be like out there being like in her corner trying to
Yeah,
like
yeah,
help
I'm
her
not
make money.
I'm not sure about that either. Okay. On to our next story. Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
She's back in the recording studio. Has everyone speculating what new song she might be about to pen?
Oh,
Everyone thinks it's Travis Kelce related, obviously.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't care.
Well, neither
No.
do I really.
Listen, like I said, department that like does photos and videos. We have seen her leaving the recording studio, Electric Lady Studio. I don't know how many times.
Oh, really?
Every single week, every other week, if she's not in Kansas City, she's in the recording studio.
Is that
If
right?
she's not on tour, she's in the recording studio. If she's not out to dinner with Blake Lively, she's in the recording studio.
Is she always like at work like
She is
that?
always at work. She's one of the hardest working women. I've said it before. I think she's one of the most savviest businesswomen I've ever seen in Hollywood.
I didn't realize. So why did we even like?
No. I think that it's smart of her to be going out and going into the music studio because
Yeah.
it gets her fans excited about the new music, right? You were just speculating, oh, is she going to drop a song about Travis Kelce? I mean,
Yeah.
she already changed a lyric to her song when she did her concert.
Right.
So I do believe there's gonna be a different, if she is making new music in there, or if she's re-releasing something else like she did with 1989 Taylor's version.
No, I hope not.
Yeah, I don't know, right? So I'm not a Swiftie like that. I just hear it in the newsroom and like from other friends who are Swifties. And if she is making new music, I think there's gonna be a different tone to her music.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be all about her new
Has to be.
30 era that she's living
Has
in
to
right
be.
now.
Has to be.
Yeah.
You know, I plugged into ChatGPT. Write me a song, a Taylor Swift song about Travis Kelce.
Okay, go.
You want to hear?
I do.
Now, look, this isn't just like a short. I'm gonna read out the verse, the pre-chorus, and the chorus that they wrote me. All right?
Oh, just one. Just choose one.
I don't know which one's the best or the
Choose
worst.
like the chorus.
In the stadium lights where heroes shine, Travis Kelce steps in, it's his time. On the gridiron stage where echoes ring, a football maestro, hear the crowd sing. Swift moves, he's breaking free. Touchdown dreams like a melody in the spotlight where he's meant to be. Kelce dances through, wild and free. Chorus, Kelce's anthem, a gridiron sensation.
Okay, we're done. We're done. Because here's the thing. She would never come out with a song that is dropping his name that much. You know she's inconspicuous. So she's going to be talking about the stuff that happens in the bedroom with someone who's 6'5" and likes to throw balls. And you know what I mean? Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that. I think she's going to go through like, I always say it and it's really funny and please Swifties don't attack me, but I think she's like in her like F it era. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
she's like, I don't care who I'm seen with. I don't care what I'm doing. I don't care who knows what I'm doing behind closed doors.
She's
Because
got that
she is-
big confidence.
Oh
of a
yeah.
30-year-old.
Uh-huh. Can you say BDE?
She's got BDE.
She's got BDE right now.
I like that. I
yeah.
like that. Do I have BDE?
Anyway, moving on to the next topic.
Speaking of
Speaking of BDE.
Snoop Dogg has revealed, he's 52 by the way, he revealed that he turned down a $100 million OnlyFans offer to pull that thing out.
Ooh.
$100 million to pull that thing out. That's pretty good rate.
Stop
Well,
saying,
I
pull
mean,
that thing out.
That's the quote.
I understand.
The quote doesn't say thing, it says thang.
Let's listen to him say it.
All right, here we go.
Right there's like, OnlyFans wants you to come on there and snoop and do. You can do about $100 million. All you gotta do is pull that thing out. I'm like, nigga, I got a black wife, Ain't no way in the world she gonna allow me to go on there and pull that thing out for no amount of money.
That is hilarious. I love Snoop. Who doesn't love Snoop? But I mean, turning down $100 million, if it was really, I mean, I'm sure you'd have to do something else with the thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it was just to pull it out, $100 million, 5 minutes work, like,
Yeah.
how could you turn that off and down?
I'm gonna say something that's probably gonna be controversial and kind of like a hot take,
Okay.
but I truly understand what he's saying about having a black wife because I'm married to a black male,
Right.
and for me, I'm like, pull that thing out, baby. Let's get that 100 million. Let the world see it, you know, because I like to like hype my man up. But I do know I have a full extended, you know, black family. I have a black mother-in-law and a black sister-in-law who have taught me a lot about the culture differences between the two, white and black. And I will say, I get it. I get where he's coming from, and I support his decision to turn it down.
Is Jarrell's your husband's name?
Yeah, Jarrell.
I got a good memory, huh?
Yeah.
I love Jarrell.
Yeah, you
actually.
do.
See him at the
Everyone
parties
does.
and stuff. If he was offered $500K to get that thing out.
Yeah, there would have to be some stipulations, like he can't be putting it in or doing
Right,
anything
right,
like
right,
that,
right.
you know. But if he's just gonna whip it out for $500K, I mean, that would help us out tremendously.
It helped me out tremendously too.
You know what I've been mulling over lately?
Go on.
Feet pics.
Oh, you've been considering getting your own feet?
So I have a friend, really quick story, I'll make it short. I have a friend who got offered to do like $7,000 for just a feet video. And basically what she had to do was like start at her knee and rub lotion down and go in between the toes and stuff. And she was like, she's like, no, I had to turn it down. I like gave it to it. Like I passed out. It got too weird, whatever. And I'm
But
like,
there's no, your face.
I'm like, your face isn't in it. I'm like, I would suck your toe for $7,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Are there sites that you just go on and just like take a picture of your feet and you show like maybe the people who run the website and they're like, okay, we'll give you $7,000 to do the video?
No, it's like people. It's like a Joe Schmo like you inquiring and sending what you want them to send you back.
How do you like let the Joe Schmoes out there know that you're down to?
Well, you're on the platform where they're going to submit these things. Yeah, I've
Oh.
looked way too much into it. Let's not.
Because you could do that like extracurricular to your
going.
job because no one would know.
No one would know. Yeah. I mean, you would have to not tell anyone.
What would be your username?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. Twinkle Toes.
Hey, I like that. Well, thank you for joining me on the pod today, Twinkle Toes.
Oh, thank you, babe.
And we'll see you guys here next week. Thank you.